Welcome back to another video. You're gonna have a lot of good information on this video. I have a really good friend, agent, person you're gonna wanna hear out on an amazing program that we're gonna share with you. And I know what you're saying, Yarrow, another program. You're gonna wanna hear this one. This is not just your typical Redfin Zillow program that's not really a program, it's more of a way to get more money. This is gonna save you money. It can also earn you money. We're gonna talk about that at the end too, so make sure you tune in to the very end. Don't just skip around, because there's gonna be a lot of good information here. And so, Jeremy, tell us, everyone watching, who you are and what program that we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jeremy Johnson. I'm a local real estate agent here in Seattle as well as Arizona. But yeah, let's go into the program.
Yeah, well, so what is this program? What is it called? What does it really entail?
So it's a program that basically allows you to take, for example, a foreclosure, somebody that's, in a distressed property, maybe it's a divorced couple that just needs a convenient out. And so it's a bunch of investors, institutional investors that have teamed up versus like a Zillow or a Redfin or an Opcity where they buy in-house, So I think they kind of have a margin where they can cap out, But as far as the institutional buyers, they have to meet, 25 homes a year, I believe. They have to have X amount of cash in their bank account to be able to be a part of this program. So they're vetted institutional buyers.
They're qualified buyers. They're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to jump on this.
Yep. And so if the house is like, if you need a convenient out, this might be the fit because it's going to save you time. You basically don't have to, let's say if you had to list it, you don't have to put the money into, fixing up the carpets and doing the paint jobs, doing the roof jobs, having the daily open or the weekly open houses, days on market, just having to be able to leave your home and that convenience of that. And then they can tailor it to kind of however you want. So they can say, hey, you can leave what you want. You can take what you want. We can give you rent back. I mean, they basically work with you. A lot of the agents or the investors work with you.
That convenience is key. I want to talk about a situation, for example. Let's just bring up an example. I just had a transaction, a listing, and this would have been amazing for them. Possibly not, but this would have been an option. And it's not an option because they waited too long. Talk to us on how important it is to start this process early, maybe a little bit about how sellers watching this, or maybe in a situation that's getting close to a foreclosure, or maybe they just got their first letter, or maybe they just can't go on and listing it doesn't make sense. Tell us some of the benefits or why they should start early and to calling us and talking about.
Yeah, it's a great question. So starting the process early, I mean, you still have to have an agent come out. They got to take pictures. There's a whole process. It's a basic checklist. So the institutional buyers have a qualified checklist because you're basically representing both sides at this time. So the buyers want to know exactly what they are putting in an offer sight unseen. Right. So you got to go there, basically do the basic walkthrough, check off the list, take your photos, and then upload it. That's probably the hardest part. It takes probably take an hour. And then you go back and you plug it in, and then within 5 days you'll know either if institutional buyer is interested in the property, between 2 and 5. But yeah, that's
a pretty short time frame from when you reached out to us and saying, hey, I'd like to try this. And if they start this early, that way that's all out of the way. The stress is out of the way.
Sure. Yeah.
Now they get to actually look for the opportunity to have their home sold without all, like you said earlier, convenience.
Yeah.
With all the conveniences still there.
And I think, I think they say as soon as 10 days is closing. So, it's a pretty quick process. So, it's a cash offer within 10 days, from, start to finish, the moment that it goes into the system, if they're based on, the circumstances. But yeah. And then obviously you work around whatever the convenience is for the seller, right. If they needed some extra time, if they want to, you can structure it however you want. So
let me play devil's advocate here for a second and say, someone watching this is going to say, well, that sounds all good and all, but I'm just going to get low ball offers. So, I'm not getting my maximum that I can on the market. So what would you say to a seller that maybe is saying that?
It might not make sense for somebody that's got a newer home, but if you take, like you were saying, for example, if you have to do any kind of repairs, fix it up, have the open houses, deal with a buyer's agent side of their commission. I mean, if you calculate, some could make sense, some couldn't, but it almost balances out. So it's based on convenience. So, I mean, that's, yeah.
Yeah, I love that because it gives you an option. It gives you convenience. And sometimes you are willing to take less for more, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Sometimes the value is not just, money.
Right.
Sometimes it's that convenience, the peace of mind, the fast and the turnaround time on all of that is key, especially like in a market like this where things are sitting on the market a little longer.
Yeah.
We're not in 2020 or 2021 even. It's a different marketplace. Times are changing, which means the turnaround time on closing is changing, and sometimes you need those funds faster.
Yeah.
And you're willing to take a cut, but hey, it's going to get done. You're going to get your home seen in front of people who are serious, not just your first-time investor with kind of shady funds, hard money, maybe. These are people who are solid. They're ready to buy.
Yep.
So I think that's a huge benefit to perhaps someone watching this and thinking, let's give this a shot.
Sure.
Plus, you're not going to be tied into just doing this. Like, you're stuck. You're done.
Yeah.
Like, this is an option for you. This is a opportunity.
No, it's a good tool. It's a good tool for agents. I mean, I can go into it a lot farther.
Right.
It's crazy how many things that you can use this towards. Like, agents could, really reach out to a lot of other agents that are struggling, that are having these homes days on markets. Hey, there is an out. Like, we can help you.
Yes.
But just to have that through the EXP model, I mean, I think it's just brilliant. But yeah, no, it's great.
That's awesome. Jeremy, thank you so much for talking about this program because I don't think it's talked a lot about. It's been there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that doesn't get talked about until it's being used again.
Yeah.
And people are jumping on this, and it's a great opportunity for maybe you, maybe not. That's the whole, all these videos we're always filming, always talking about it's an opportunity. And maybe this opportunity is not for you. Maybe you should list it, and we'd love to do that too. But maybe you should try this route if you're in like those situations that Jeremy just mentioned. And we just want to let you know, like, if you're watching this and you need help or you need to just talk it out and see if this is an opportunity for you, we'd love to help you.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe like tell us about the other side. What if there's a buyer watching this?
So yeah, if you're an investor, let's say you have a portfolio that you're buying 25 homes a year and you got a bunch of cash set off to the side. As an investor, it's a smart move because you get first pick of all of the inventory that's coming in, and they only pay if they purchase.
There you go.
So finder's fees on most properties are,
It can be anywhere from 40 to 100 grand. I mean, depends on who the wholesaler is, right?
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they can save a ton. And then, most people want listbacks. The beautiful thing about this, you get, the agents, they will get and I can get into more depth with, what benefits there are for the agents on a different portion if that's not what we're, because there's just so many different ways you can use it. But as far as the investor goes, it's amazing. It's amazing. So
reach out early.
Yeah.
That's the note I keep hearing. Reach out early.
And then if you want to build your portfolio too, the beautiful thing about it is once you're in the system, you can take it nationwide. So you want to start buying homes in California, Oregon, whatever. So once you're in, it's a beautiful building block. Yeah.
If you've been watching some of my other videos, my clientele has been watching my videos. I know you got eyes on Sarasota. I know you're looking into Florida, California, Arizona, maybe some other states, Texas. I know people are buying other states, and they're using them as either VRBOs or rentals or another secondary house, snowbird, you name it.
So as far as the institutional buyers, if you are an investor, if you are looking for just the buy and holds, there's a buy and hold box. There's a fix and flip box. If you want to do commercial, there's commercial. And as far as land, there's also the land box. So there's 4 different boxes. They call them buyer boxes.
Yeah, so it's flexible. For any kind of investor and or seller. Hopefully this is giving you another way to look at real estate and your box that you own and perhaps are unfortunate, say you're losing something, and this is a way out. Want to create opportunity, want to give you guys options that there are many out there right now. We want to make sure we address them and educate you guys on. And so if you have any questions regarding this in specific, send us a little DM or wherever. I'm not sure if this is all going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on YouTube for sure, but we're gonna also multi-market this. If you see this anywhere online, reach out. Our contact is going to be there. We'd love to sit down with you, give you more information. Both licensed brokers here and other states, right?
That's right.
So
Arizona.
let us know. Let us know. We'd love to help, and we're going to be producing more content around all sorts of topics. So Jeremy, we're going to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
All right.
Cool.